Gamers. New list, PogChamp, new list, PogChamp. To steal this from MBT, aka Joseph Rothschild. The points update is here. I haven't looked at the whole thing in detail, but I'm trying something new where I'm going to be posting my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff and card game stuff on this channel. So I'm hoping here that we can have a little something. And this is for the YouTube audience on the alt channel. So, points Genesys Championships August points update. So they're doing Genesys Regionals, which I'm planning to attend one or two in the upcoming season. And long story short, these point changes will take place on Monday. So if you're playing any events this weekend, it doesn't matter. So it says that there's only two outliers. It says Blitzclique was used by 13% and Fairy Tale was close. So we should, in theory, expect pretty big hits to Blitzclique, especially because they occupied 7 out of the 8 top 8 spots at the last at NA Nats. DD Crow had over 50% usage, was pulled back. It says the overall most popular strategy is Blitzclique. So basically they're saying they're going to hit Blitzclique hard. Spoiler alert, that's not what happens. So let's start with the Central American Genesys Championship was won by Tellarknights using number 86 heroic champion Rhongo Miniad. So for those of you who don't know, Rhongo Miniad is an rank 4 XC's monster where once it has a certain number of materials, then your opponent basically does not play the game. They cannot do anything. That you just sit there and they beat you to death while you can't do anything. So the weird part is this card was playable at, a whopping 68 points, which still made it playable. Now it's 100, so you can still put it in your Genesys list. You're just putting all your points into it. So long, Rip Bozo, get that piece of garbage out of this game. Oh my god, that card is so toxic. Here's the problem. Big question, which Obstructive Thunder monster ends up being the monster of choice for Blitzclique? God, that name is so annoying. Blitzclique. The actual data shows Thunderclap Monk to be a heavy favorite with a small side of Lightning Rod Lord? I don't even know what that is. The question now is, do you play 1 or do you play 3 monks? A question that the winner answered the most emphatic 3, so here are the Blitzclique point changes. Whisker to 6. Okay. Breakaway 2. And that is it. My friends who did really, really well at the tournament on Blitzclique said Whisker should have at least been 10 points. They said they probably wanted to see higher. Thunderclap Monk is going to 9. Lightning Rod Lord is going to 1. Yeah, so this is just simply the best deck in the game. Best deck in Genesys. Still, not even close. These point changes don't really matter. Unless you're playing Thunderclap Monk and you're copying the winner, then I don't know. So I don't know. This seems so light-handed compared to what decks like Cool Tune got, where all the main deck monsters are pointed, Rotary's heavily pointed, back to back is pointed out. You can't even touch Cool Tune, and Blitzclique gets off a tap on the wrist. You're gonna see the next regionals won by this deck. At least I'm gonna bet half the regionals are gonna be won by Blitzclique, and the top 8 percentages are still gonna be crazy. So this is not good. This is not good for the game. Very disappointed that these weren't heavier. Not looking forward to this format for that reason. Now here's where stuff gets weird. For Fairytale Snow's points are being redistributed among other key cards. Jenny and Regulus, the Endymion one, are also monitored, but we're getting a better look at them when Beyond the Brave launches. That's because we're getting the other Magistus cards that go along with it. Snow going from 85 to 10. This is so bizarre to me because you don't play Fairytale Snow just in Fairytale. Right? Fairytale Snow is not a powerful card outside of Fairytale. So for those of you who don't know, Fairytale Snow has an effect where it can banish 7 cards from field, graveyard, or hand, summons itself, and then puts a monster on your opponent's side of the field face down. And you can do that as many times as you want, as long as you got the cards for it. Match Kira going to 5, Wickhat going to 10, Fairytale Ball going to 10. Ooh. So if you're playing 2 ball, that's 20. You're playing 1 Wicket, that's 30. You're playing 2 Match Gear, that's 30. That means the Fairy Tale engine is now at 40 points to play these. That's really rough out of 100. And then if you want to play Snow, that's 50. And then you got some room for non-engine. That's rough. Like, the fact that Fairy Tale Snow didn't convert like Blitzclique did and is getting pointed, like, more heavily than this, that doesn't make any sense. So I was talking to some friends about this, and I was saying, like, they're treating this like how Smogon does their Pokemon usage tiers. Like, they're basically saying, like, oh, Blitzclique is an OU deck, and we're going to point it as such, so it's still OU. And they're like, Fairy Tale Snow, or Fairy Tale is an OU deck, so we're going to point it as such. But, like, it didn't convert as well. Just because, like, your usage is high doesn't mean that you perform well. Like, you look at a new game that comes out, and a character is going to come out, and a lot of players are going to pick that character because it's new. But because a lot of people pick the character, you know, you get some good people, you're going to get some really bad people. So it's not going to be as good. It's, like, hard to tell. Like, I just disagree with this philosophy, man. I don't know what they're cooking. Moving on. Doomsday is the most popular Regulus decks. Doomsday is so obnoxious. And, okay, King Therion Regulus going from 2033. Okay, this card's an Omni Negate in machine decks. That's not why I find Doomsday insufferable. Doomsday has very little points on it, and it has a trap card that locks your opponent from searching their deck. Like, that's the problem. Like that card, like, is the fact that they can just search that mid combo for free is the problem. Like, Regulus is annoying, but he's not like you can't play the game. It's another negate as opposed to you can't search your deck. Like, I don't know. This is fine. Omni Negates probably shouldn't be in the game in Genesis unless you're devoting a lot of points to them. I don't really care, but good lord, dude. Like, this is like 3. This is a dub. This is a miss. This is a miss. This is a dub, but they missed something in the process of it. Teller Knights had an extremely good couple of months and are still very impactful if they're getting their additional points on the BLGG. Okay, have not had to deal with this deck yet, nor do I want to. This getting points is great. This deck is really obnoxious, and I don't feel like dealing with it, so, sure. I feel like this is kind of light, but it's fine. The height... Okay, this is where stuff gets really weird. The height for Melfi was quite strong and saw a lot of play, but not a lot of success. An unfortunate and costly stumble out of the gate, but the deck still has plenty of cap space for powerful non-engine cards. So they're upping everything to 2. So 12 points. See, the thing is, like, but not a lot of success. Like, why point something that, like, didn't do anything? Like, the hype was strong. It got played a lot, but it didn't do well. So why nerf it if it's not succeeding? Like, I guess if they're future-proofing it, but, I mean, this isn't killing it. Like, this is not killing it by any means. This is fine. This is fine. I don't agree with the philosophy, but it's fine. Anime lovers, GX lovers, the popularity of Sacred Beast was one of the biggest surprises. There were a lot of players on the floor looking for Starlight Rare Sacred Beast, and they were delivering strong finishes with awesome duelists all over the place. Card of the Soul has been waiting for a good deck that runs 4,000 monsters, because Card of the Soul says, look at your deck and find a card that has stats equal to your life points. When you start 1,000, if you open it, it is a starter because you get to search one of your guys that has 4,000. It's also a card you need to be careful with any deck that inflicts incidental damage. Okay. I like how Nerva, the Power Patron of Creation, is just, like, on here. Like, what did Bro do? I mean, 1 point doesn't... I'm not really afraid of that. Calamity, Hamon's going to 2, Raviel going to 2, so that's a total of 12 extra points. Martyr going to 3, that's 15 points. Sacred Beast Thunderclap is 18 points, so it's a 28 points on top of the deck. That could be worse. This could be a lot worse. I'm not really like, this is okay. This is like a tap on the wrist. 18 is quite a lot, though. That's like a 5th-year points column, but it's over a lot of cards. This is Okay, it's fine. It's strong. Crystron is currently the combo deck of choice. The main flavor of Crystron right now is Elf Note Crystron. The weird part, okay, like Crystron, sure, like Tinia, Lucina, why? I don't get it, man. Like these are taps on the wrist, but like this is 12 points that Elf Note has, and they already have. So if you want to play Elf Note at all, you're now devoting at least 27 points to play Elf Note at all. And like I'm of the opinion that pure Elf Note is not great, but I guess like they think Crystron is good. Okay, I don't know. Um, Clown Crew deck's annoying as hell. 5, sure, why not? Pear Bear Scare has over 40% usage rate. Because the more people play, the worse it gets. Pear Bear Scare is a card that says you activate Pear Bear Scare. If your opponent reveals Pear Bear Scare, so think of it like this: you activate a card that says, "Hey, I have a Labubu." Your opponent goes, "Oh, me too." Nothing happens. If they don't have the Labubu, you get to destroy something, and then you give them your card that they can use on you your next turn. So if you're playing 2 Pear Bear Scare and they're not, you destroy something, you give it to them, they activate it, they basically say, "Do you have Pear Bear Scare?" And you say, "I do, here's my second copy," and then they give it back to you. So I don't think Pear Bear Scare is like bad at all. I think it's a very funny card. Okay, DD Crow going to 2. Sure. I think DD Crow should be at 0. I think it's fine. These are all like generic search don't tell me Royal Archfiend. Hold on. Let me look this up in another browser window. Royal Archfiend. Don't tell me. No, 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 no! Oh, that hurts with Genesis. Ooh. Ooh. That is not good. Okay. That's not good. Okay, these are all generic search cards. I don't like that. That's 14, 15 points on Royal Archfiend. That's rough. Here lives to 8, sure. 7 Tachyon, sure. That's fine. Okay, now here's where stuff gets weird. Okay. Alright, folks, this is where stuff gets really bizarre. They're buffing all these cards by reducing their point cost, but I don't get why. Bonfire to 15, great. Chaos Space is 40 to 13, great. Deep Sea Aria, sure. Like, all these are like, sure, why not? 1-for-1 going to 19 is crazy. Original foil 100 to 17. Where are they getting these numbers from, bro? Like, what? I mean, honestly, like these are fantastic nerfs that I think, are like important for a lot of decks. I don't think anyone's gonna play these at all. These are still way too high. You need like Bonfire 15. If you want to play Bonfire, that's like what, 3 Ghost Mourners to stop your opponent's special summon effects? Hello? That's like kind of a big deal. Quick launch, 25 points. That's like 3 evenly matched. Evenly matched is 7 points. So 3 evenly matched, a card that like completely like wipes your opponent's board except for 1 card, is 7 points. That's 21 points. 1 quick launch is 25. So like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, I think this is a step in the right direction. This is still way too much. Still way too much. I guess they don't want decks to be like that searchable. Like I don't know. Like, what's the philosophy here? Like, do they want consistency but not want it? Like, I don't know. This is still too much. I don't think anyone's going to cook. Maybe Lone Fire Blossom at 10. Like, that seems doable, but I don't know about that. Some reductions. Okay, I like most of these. Spoiler. Um, Shadell players have solemnly sworn to us they are willing to never fuse El Shadell Winda again in returns for getting points back on their other cards. Yeah, Winda's toxic. I think that shouldn't be there. Decay Cloak, Doom Sorley, or if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Malevolent Sight, all got their points reduced. Big news for me, who is currently cooking this deck. This is... I don't know if you guys know. This deck has seen like zero representation at these YCSs and NASA stuff. I think this deck is a sleeper hit. This deck can churn out rank 3, like a crazy rank 3 board off of just one Solare is chef's kiss. Like, this card gets you like 3 boss monsters by itself. It's so good. You still lose to Nibiru, but that's fine. Incredible. Break sword to 1. Sure. I'm playing 2. That's like 2 points for 1 extra Decayed Cloak. Perfect. Thank you. Burst Stream of the Wicked Wind. Sure. Soul Trail Merge. Sword Soul is like the perfect Genesis deck. Like, this should just be 0. Dragonic Diagram. True Draco's too overpointed. Masterpiece is a lot. You could play it. I don't think it's good. Torgod to 0. Sure. Like it. Ponix, I think Fire King is a pretty safe deck. Big Gabanga, awesome. Entrance, awesome. Doom Samuel, Pumpkin did nothing. Great. Thunder Crash, Snarecrow, again, nothing. Weird Pearly change. Okay, like... Is Happy Memory the one that you play to stop yourself? Okay. I just thought of something. If I'm not mistaken, Pearly Happy Memory is the card that prevents destruction, and people were citing this to stop the cards from being blown up by Blitzclique. This is a Blitzclique buff. And we already said Blitzclique was under-punished. So, yikes. Don't like that. Pearly, this could go to 5. This should stay at 0. I don't know. What are they doing? Window to 100. Absolutely. We don't like Floodgates. Apclone going to 1. Awesome. That's not doing anything. Lev Shaddoll Fusion to 3. Sure. Shaddoll Fusion to 3 is interesting because that stops you from splashing it. Yeah, Apclone and Schism are at 1, so you can't put it with Winda, but that just means, like, you're playing 2. Like, this frees up so many points in Pure Shaddoll. And I think Pure Shaddoll is a really, really cool deck. Oh, I froze there. See, I'm happy because Shaddoll gets playable. Isn't that cool? Let's see. Pot of Desire is going to 10. Raigeki going to 2. So, while I'm smiling, let's change that. That's me groaning. That's me groaning at that this is some dubs on this list. Overall, I think this list is mid. This is a dub. This is not enough. I don't understand this. This is fine. You didn't hit the droll trap. This is great. This deck is annoying. I don't know why this got a slap on the wrist. This slap on the wrist is understandable. I disagree, but this slap on the wrist is understandable. Fine. Think this card should be better. This is good. This, okay, but I don't understand the philosophy, and all this is good. So overall, things seem good, but I just think that, like, when you're not nerfing the best deck in the game substantially enough, I think that's the problem. All right, so that's gonna do it for the Yu-Gi-Oh! So, thanks for coming, and we'll put this up later, and I'll see you guys around.